Today, I'm gonna be talking about the new Bedwars update.
Okay, today guys, I'm gonna be talking about the current state of Blockman Go. And if you've been playing Blockman Go in the past, like, I don't know, 2 weeks, I think the update has been out for 2 weeks at least. So if you've been playing Blockman Go for 2 weeks, you know that this Blockman Go actually sucks. They basically scratched the whole idea of CPS and leeching though. Like, actually, it doesn't matter how many CPS you have right now, it doesn't matter how fast you can click. The hits are just like in Bedwars, but if you actually combo your opponent, you get like more hits registered. I don't really understand the idea of this PvP style. Okay, I'm dead. Can I? No, I can't. I will show you in a second what I mean with that. If you've been playing Go for a while, in the old update, you were able to easily 1v4 with like a wooden sword. Okay, a wooden sword is an exaggeration, but look, the PP these days, look, you punch, if you hit more hits than before, you're consistent with the hits, your PvP registration is gonna be better. Like, your hits registration... what is this lag, bro? What the hell am I dealing with right now? As you can see, I'm punching him like a lot, and if my hits register like all the time, I punch him faster, which makes absolutely no sense on why is that a thing. Why, if I punch a guy consistently, my hits get faster? AKA, like, the registration on his body gets faster. That's just stupid. Why did they have to scratch the whole idea of the old PvP, which has been here for years, and people have been used to this PvP style for years, and then they just like, oh yeah, we're actually taking away the only good thing from Block and Go now, so have fun with that. Like why? That's the first thing, and that's actually the most important thing, because when you cannot PvP and have fun with the game, you cannot 1v10. I mean, 1v10 is an exaggeration. 1v4 is like, it's like an easy thing to do. Anyone can do a 1v4. Like, 1v4s are easy as hell, right? You cannot do that anymore. You cannot do that anymore because it doesn't matter. Like, 2 people are punching you, like, 1 noob can have no leeching and kill you easily. Like, leeching does not matter. In 1v4s, it does not matter unless you combo your opponent. If you're just trading hits, your leeching does not matter at all. Like, at all. Like, look, okay, this is a bad example. Like, let's see this noob. Like, you think this noob is good. He can be the worst player ever, right? He can still kill me easily because the new PvP style is stupid. If you played in this new Bedwars update, you will see how bad it is. Blockman Go developers don't really know what they should do with their game, so they just add bad updates. You know, the whole idea of like pets having abilities wasn't that whatsoever. I like the idea of that, right? But the way they executed it, they literally changed everything. You can now buy things only for gold and emeralds. Why did you do that? Was that really that necessary? I don't think that was necessary. It was very unnecessary. And like the thing where you can like build up, it's actually slow. You cannot even bridge fast. Look, I'm trying to place blocks fast. This is like Bedwars speed. This is Bedwars speed. This is the Bedwars speed of bridging. The only way to bridge fast is by using this automatic bridge button. That's the only way. If I'm actually bridging normally, it doesn't work. It's like Bedwars speed, bro. It's Bedwars speed. It's stupid. But you know, who cares about that, right? Like, nobody cares about bridging extremely quickly. That totally wasn't the whole idea of Blockman Go Bedwars in the first place and why it got so popular all of a sudden. No, that was never the point of its peak in popularity, or nah. I mean, it was somewhat because of COVID, but at the same time, you can easily debunk on the game dying just because like COVID disappeared. Like, that's stupid. But the only reason Blockman Go has died as much as it did was because of bad updates. You know, remember when like BG just started popping off, like in popularity, like it just started popping off? That's actually when the updates weren't bad. Like, actually, they were not bad. Yes, you might argue there was a lot of abusers, but at the same time, like, Bedwars back then was actually fun. It was fun. And eventually they added rank mode, which until then, like, Blockman Go wasn't really even that dying that much. Like, when rank mode was added, Blockman Go was still sustaining the amount of players that play Blockman Go, and by viewership on YouTube too. Just check how many views people were getting in like 2021, I think, when the ranked update was added. Like, the ranked Bedwars, you know. It was a good idea. I'm not gonna lie, it was a really good idea. As you can see, like, the PP is just stupid. Like, you hit like a bunch of hits, right? You punch a few times, you hit them a few times in a row, your hits are gonna be swinging faster. Like, your punches are gonna land faster, and that's like, what? Like, if PvP is slow, it should be slow all the time. Not if you like hit your opponents more than your other opponent did, like you get more hits registered. That's stupid. Like, out of nowhere they're like, oh, let's just do this. Why would you do that? It doesn't make any sense. Now, this isn't like the most important part. You know how Blockman Go eventually started adding a bunch of pay-to-win events? That was like, I don't know, in 2022, somewhere like around, I don't know, September, like October? No, it wasn't October, so somewhere around that time, right? They started adding a bunch of pay-to-win events because like Blockman Go was dying tremendously. Like it was just like dying in viewership. Like YouTubers weren't getting that many views, and they started adding a bunch of pay-to-win events because, like, come on, why wouldn't they? Like, oh, our game is dying, I might as well add a bunch of pay-to-win events, because you know that's the best thing I can do for a dying game. It's totally not to update the Bedwars game. No, it's actually to add a bunch of pay-to-win events. Yeah, that's totally the idea. Way to revive my game and keep the viewers entertained. Where are you going, bro? You boned me and now you're running away, bro. I'm not letting that slide, little boy. I'm not letting that slide. Yeah, die. Okay, yeah, double jump didn't work. Who cares? So BG did that with like expectations of it reviving the game. Did it revive the game? No, it did not. They just made a few extra dollars, and as you can see, PvP is just stupid. I can get killed by a noob that doesn't know how to PvP, bro. The epitome of Block and Go right now. But you know, it's fine. Maybe Block and Go needed a budget to like add the region of it, you know, like to remove the region so everyone could play together. But even when they did remove regions, bro, it took them 5 or 6 months. I think it was 6 months. They promised it by the end of 2022. It got added literally this month. It got added this month. I don't know when you're watching this video, but I think it's May right now or April. I'm not sure, bro. I hate noobs, bro. Like I can't even break bets because noobs like these are just punching me consistently. Who's bowling me, bro? Okay, who cares? And when they did add it, you can't even like normally play with your friends. Like sometimes it doesn't show your friends are online. Like, huh? Like you did all of this. We waited 5 months or 6 months for it to be removed. For that, bro. Are you serious? All they did is we can add our friends from other regions, and we can't even see the leaderboards being connected. We can't see that. Okay, maybe that's like, okay, who cares? Like, leaderboard's not connected. Okay, it's whatever, you know? It's fine. Like, region update got removed finally. Like, BG's gonna be revived, right? Oh. Like, if you go in YouTube and type Blockman Go, right? You type Blockman Go, you click on those 3 dots at top right, search filter, relevance, view count, upload time, this month, right? You press that, you apply, and guess what? In the last 31 days, the highest video has 79k views, 70k9 views. That's horrible. That is horrible. It's just gonna go down and down and down from here on out. It's not gonna increase. I mean, I don't know, unless Blockman Go add actually good updates and then just steal all the money that they get from their earnings that they get from the events, you know? If you didn't know, Block and Go's biggest source of income is Skyblock and Bedwars. Well, probably ads too, etc. Because they have like a bunch of different ads like playing on game. Like, oh, if you want to respawn in Sky Royale, oh, you watch this ad and you're gonna be respawned there with like items, right? That's like basically like other companies paying for their games to be advertised, and that's how they make money too. They have a bunch of money. They have developers too, working on their game, developing everything, etc. And someone, you know, someone has to come up with the ideas of like, oh yeah, what should we add for the next update? Like how can we revive our dead game so it will generate more revenue? How should we monetize this and make more money than before? You know, that's fine. Like, I understand that. Like for a game to be alive, you need to get money, right? Like, that's the only reason they created Blockman in the first place, so they could make money out of it. They're doing it incorrectly. They are adding events, right? People are spending, like, not as many people as they could get, right? Spending money and buying G-Gips, like, oh, we're making money, like, it's somewhat sustainable, like, you know, we are still making money. But with each day, Blockman Go players are just quitting. Do you know why they're quitting? Because of horrible events and horrible game. Like, do you think this current Bedwars is enjoyable for players? Do you actually think Blockman Go people enjoy this game? I honestly forgot what exactly I was talking about, but I'm pretty much sure about how Blockman Go is a bad game. I'm gonna actually tell you, like, what can they do and what they've been doing wrong this entire time. And I'm gonna, like, explain it in a way of a coffee shop, right? A coffee shop is open, right? They sell coffee, right? That's how they started their shop, and that's how they like profited most of the time. That's how they monetize it. They sold coffee, right? Let's say the cup of coffee is Bedwars, right? So they started selling coffee. People come there and buy coffee. They like their coffee, right? The shop started making a bunch of money from that coffee, right? It made a lot of money from that coffee shop. Let's say that's the period of 2020, because 2020 and like 2022, like somewhere like by the end of 2022, Blockman Go started decreasing in viewership and players, actual Blockman Go players. So why did people stop buying their coffee? Well, maybe the ingredients of the coffee is pretty bad, or maybe there's better coffee shops outside this coffee shop, you know? Maybe there's like more coffee shops by the side road, like, I don't know, you walk 20 meters and you see a different coffee shop. The coffee shop realized that, like, oh wait, actually our revenue is going down monthly, like, we need to do something about it. So what does the coffee shop do? Actually, they make the coffee cheaper, right? So instead of improving the quality of the coffee, they made it cheaper instead, right? Like, they made it cheaper. They like, for example, put less sugar in it. They put less like coffee. The seeds that they bought are worse, so that makes the quality of the coffee worse, which means that the coffee is gonna taste worse. And they're like, well, we spend less money on it now, so like the coffee shop should start making more money, and like it's somewhat like makes more money. And eventually coffee shops are like, like, oh wait, like actually it's not really like helping us that much. So they added like some cake. Cake is basically more paid to win events, and they think like, oh wait, like this is actually bringing us some revenue, right? And eventually people actually like stopped buying the coffee, because the whole fundamental of Bedwars bringing revenue was because people enjoyed playing Bedwars. Okay, I'm gonna tell you this: people don't pay money for events just to get like those items. They do not care about these items. Bedwars as a whole is boring. Like there is no point to spend money in a game which you will not play. People don't want to play Bedwars because there's nothing to gain from it. You know, you play a Bedwars game, right? What do you get? Absolutely nothing. Nothing. When you join a Bedwars game, right, you're met with, first of all, hackers. Yeah, you met with hackers, a bunch of cheaters. Second of all, you met with GK abusers. Like ruins the whole experience of the game, right? Just like, yo, you see someone like coming through the pearls while getting killed. Well, that's pretty boring to me. Why would I spend money on something like that? Then you're also met with bad updates like this. Like, what is this? Why can I only buy items for gold? And why is everything so cheap? You can get so much gold in the matter of seconds. Why can you buy endstone? 15 endstone for 3 goddamn gold. 50 wool for 1 gold. Why? This is what makes Bedwars unplayable. Another thing is like, Bedwars ranked system sucks. Like, you don't get anything from like being top 1. You don't get even rewarded with anything. Anything. Like, you can add rewards. Like, you realize that, right? Like, just grinding doesn't give you anything. You reach top, right? You let's say you're top 1 player. Like, there's nothing to grind Bedwars for. Absolutely nothing. It's boring. The system sucks too. Keep on adding worse updates. It's the same thing as like the coffee shop. They aren't improving the coffee. They're just like focusing on improving the shop, the decorations, like the cake. The cake is just basically like paid to win events, but they forgot the most important fundamental stuff is the coffee, how the coffee tastes. The coffee is like the Bedwars game. People will only spend money on your game if they actually need to spend the money on the game. Like, look, why would you spend money on this? Why would you want to spend money on this game? Like, look, this is boring. Like, I don't want to play this game. This is so boring, okay? Why would you want to spend money on this? Like, this is what like people want to spend money for. The product is bad. Like the product is bad. Bedwars is basically the product and they're trying to sell it. And like nobody wants to buy Bedwars. Like nobody wants to buy the Bedwars product. Everybody's bored of it. There's nothing new. Nothing new. They tried to add like some new items which made the game even worse. Like why would you add fishing rods? Like why is this here? Why in order to buy golden armor you need to upgrade to iron armor first? Like that's stupid. I don't want that. Nobody wants that. Pokemon Go wants to make money but they don't want to upgrade the game. Like they don't want to upgrade the game. They don't want to like add new maps. They don't want to add new systems. They don't want to add like new rank systems. They don't want to add like actual good ranked system because like this sucks. Why can't I use my backpack items to give me an advantage over others? This is like ranked. It's supposed to be sweaty. All I see is noobs building up and camping and just like being bad. Like the runes. Runes are useless now. People spend thousands of dollars on runes. Not everyone, but like some people spend like $1,000 on runes. And runes are useless now. Like they're like, look, I'm getting killed by this noob. I'm gonna get killed by this noob because this guy is bad and runes don't matter at this point. They do not matter. Bedwars as a whole is just boring. And I'm telling you, it's gonna just keep on like getting worse and worse with every update. And I'm getting hit. I do not know who. Oh yeah, bro. Bedwars is just gonna keep on getting worse with every single update. They will not improve it. It's just gonna keep on dying. It's gonna die until like it's a cow that has no milk and you cannot milk the cow anymore. Coffee sucks, bro. The coffee is bad. I don't want to drink the coffee. I already like drank the coffee a few times and the coffee never improved. So yeah, I'm just gonna go to a different coffee store and that's it. I'm gonna drink the coffee from a different store. That's basically the whole summary of Pokemon Go Bedwars. But who cares, I guess.